Well, hello, welcome again to a reading of Odyssey Book 4, and I got up to line 203. So, ton dapamebomenos prosephexanthos Menelaus. And blonde Menelaus replying said to him, so he's replying to the speech of Pisistratus, which was a fairly forthright speech, asking them to put aside unpleasant things and enjoy the dinner. O Phile, O dear fellow, since, Apes, you have spoken such things, as many as a thoughtful man, and now the an goes with the optatives here, would speak and would do. The pepnumenos, fairly common word in Homer. It's connected with peneo, apparently breathing, perhaps inspired, and so hence it comes to mean thoughtful. The apoi is optative, of course, and as is the rexia. This is from resdo, to do. So since you have spoken, since you have said such things as a thoughtful man would speak and do, and one who might be, this is again subjunctive from the verb to be, optative from the verb to be, and one who was progenesteros, one who was eldest born, toiuga kai patros, for it's of such a father, or also of such a father. Now the hot kai pepneumena basdes, this is a verb meaning to speak, the hot possibly for haughty. So it's something like, you are of such a father, that is a thoughtful father, because also you are speaking pepneumena, thoughtful things. Rea darignotos gonos aneros hoetekronion olbon epiklose gameon ti tegenomeno te. So easily, now this is the erignotos. The eri is a sort of prefix meaning very much, and gnotos is recognized, so easily known, hence recognized. So you are, understand, the easily recognized offspring, uneros, genitive place of andros, of a man, to whom the son of Kronos, epiklose, this is a verb meaning to, originally I think to spin, cloth. Clotho is one of the spinners, one of the people, one of the women that decide your fate. So to whom the son of Kronos has fated Olbon, prosperity, both for him marrying and for him begetting. In other words, he's made a good marriage, and he's also produced good children. Hos noon, just as now, thus now, I think, he has given to Nestor diam peres, with adverb here, diam peres, continually, all his days, for him to grow old. Now this is an iterative form, and this is an infinitive. So to continually grow old, liperos, something like prosperously perhaps, smoothly, another possible meaning of this, to grow old almost gracefully, in megaroi, see, in the halls. Huios, this is the accusative plural from huios, which is now third declension in Homer. Pinutos, thoughtful. So moreover, there to be thoughtful sons, or sons who are thoughtful, and Aristus best enkesi with their spears. So they've got a good mind and they're good fighters. Humes de Clauthmon men I somin. Now this is what Pisistratus had asked for. Let us put aside the grief, and Menelaus now says we get a men here, and the debt is down here. So it is looks like a future, but it's probably a hortatory subjunctive here. So let us leave be the Clauthmon, the grieving, connected with Clio, to weep. So let us put aside the weeping, which previously it took they from Tuco. Well, what do we say here? Was happening. Let us put aside the grief which previously arose, something like that, and immediately let us turn our thoughts to Dorpu, to the dinner. Kersi def hudor q antone. Now q antone is a third person plural aorist imperative. So let them pour, and it goes with the F, so it's epi plus o here. So let them pour water over our kersin, over our hands. Muthoi decai aothin per esontai. From dawn, in other words tomorrow, aothin, that word for dawn plus the then ending, and from dawn there will be, and that pair just emphasises everything, there will be muthoi words or discussion for Telemachus and me. Dia apemen, another infinitive, it's the ape root, and then dia emphasises it, so to discuss at length with one another. So from dawn, indeed, there will be words for Telemachus and me to discuss at length with one another. Hosvato, and thus he spoke. And as for Leon, this is a servant, accordingly, now here we get the epi and keo again, poured water over their hands, and Asphalone is the trusty Therapone's servant of glorious Menelaus. Another stock line from Homer, hoi dep oneath hetoima pro kaimena kairas ialon. And they put forth their hands towards the victuals, the food prepared ready. So the food which was lying in front of them already prepared, the pre-prepared food. Enth aut alla en noes in Helena dios en keguia. So gegawia. So there, Helen, well, noio can often mean just to spy or to notice, but it might just mean here she thought other things. So Helen, born of Zeus, had other ideas, had other thoughts, I think, here. And forthwith, ballet, literally she threw, but it's just she put. So she cast pharmacon, a drug, into the wine. So they're having their wine drugged. Enthen epinon, where they were drinking. So it's almost from which they were drinking. Ne penthes te akolon te. So a funny word here, you've got ne plus the penth root, the negative plus that penthos root. So ne penthes is something like taking away pain. So being an anodyne, to use another Greek word, and akolon, literally lacking in kolos, lacking in gall, perhaps here allaying anger, so soothing. So a drug which is soothing and which takes away pain. And epilathon, a cause of forgetfulness of all evils. epilethon. You see the lath root here from lenthanoma in the middle, to forget. So a cause of forgetfulness of all evils. Now this is an optative here from katabrocho is the verb, and it's an optative here. We've probably got to supply Ken. So he, this is Telemachus. Katabrocho is to gulp down. So he would have gulped it down since it was mingled in the cratera, in the crater, in the mixing bowl. And ephemereos, and for that day, again optatives here indeed, he would not have cast, hence shed, a tear down his cheeks, nor, so not even if the mother and father, kata tethnae, again optative, the form of Odyssey reduplicated, so it could be a reduplicated aorist optative. It's a slightly funny form here. Just quickly have a look at that one. Where is it? 225. Yeah, it's a funny form here. It is, oh no, it's a perfect optative, so it is a perfect optative. It's a very odd form to have a perfect optative. You don't see many of these. So not even if his mother and father had died for him, hoi for auto, nor if a brother or dear son, nor if they had slain a brother or dear son with a bronze, understand, sword, pro paroithin, right before his very eyes for him, which he might see, again another optative, with his eyes, so which he would see with his own eyes. So again, just put it all together here. So he would not for that day have cast a tear down his cheeks, not even if his mother and father had died, a perfect optative here, nor if, understand, they, whoever they are, this is from dei o, this is an optative, to savagely destroy his brother and dear son with a bronze sword, or perhaps spear, right in front of him, which he might see with his eyes. So which he sees with his own eyes. So the daughter of Zeus, so such were the drugs, the metio ento, such were the, well, Latimer translates this as subtle. It's thoughtful, but subtle is very good there, I think. As usual, Latimer's translation is excellent. So such subtle drugs did the daughter of Zeus have. Esthra, good ones, which Polydamna provided porin hoi for her, I should say, provided for her, hoi for aute. That porin again, it's that aorist form from, it occurs only, mainly in this form. It's cognate later with porizo, but you generally just get this poron form in Homer. So which Polydamna had provided for her, the wife of Thone, an Egyptian woman. Egypt, now the Tay here I think is where, it's agreeing back with Egypt itself, not with Polydamna. So it's where the Doros, Arura, the Arura is the ploughed land, so the fertile land, giver of grain, bears plesta pharmaca, the most drugs. Pola men estla memigmena pola de lugra. Lovely line here. On the one hand, many good ones mixed together, memigmena, but also many lugra, many baleful ones, many bad ones. Iatros de hekastos epistamenos peripanton anthropon. So it's there. So every one is an iatros, is a doctor. Every man is a physician. Epistamenos, knowing, so perhaps being wise beyond all men. So everyone there is a doctor who is wise beyond all, perhaps other men. Ega pi eonos a siganelthes. For they are of the race of pi aeon. Now this is one of these semi-divinities connected with healing in Greek. Aute epe ren eke kelue de oinakoesai. But when, now this is from Enhiami, so when she had put in the drug and she gave orders, oinakoesai, to pour the wine, forthwith replying with words, pros apen, she addressed them. And that is the next, we'll have to save her speech to the next recording. That's the end of this section.